Welcome back to the Energy Academy Australia. Today, we're taking a closer look at electricity consumers in the NEM and how their participation in the energy market is quickly shifting to become more active and engaged. Historically, customers have passively consumed electricity, paying a flat rate that doesn't vary based on the daily fluctuations in wholesale prices, where the only factor is how much electricity is used. However, that is quickly changing. Electricity consumers are increasingly using time of use tariffs and therefore being exposed to the wholesale price, which is resulting in a shift in electricity consumption patterns. This has been most prevalent with the commercial and industrial or C&I sectors. The Wholesale Demand Response Mechanism, introduced in 2021, allows commercial and industrial consumers to participate in the wholesale market as demand response service providers. There has also been a growth in virtual power plants, or VPPs, in the NEM, led by the C&I space. These aggregate and coordinate consumer electricity resources, and virtual power plants have become a notable provider of ancillary services. VPPs in the NEM have been growing in size. As of 2024, Origin Energy has 1.4 gigawatts of aggregated resources connected to its VPP, and AGL has 1.25 gigawatts. However, Australian households also play a significant role in the market. Rooftop solar is being rapidly adopted, with 15 gigawatts of new capacity installed between 2020 and 2025. Falling costs and government subsidies have meant that households can install solar power for more affordable prices. As a result, consumer-side rooftop solar has become an important generation source in its own right. In 2023, rooftop solar generated 30.5 terawatt-hours of electricity in Australia. This was 13% of the nation's total electricity generation and over 3 terawatt-hours higher than the previous year. At times in 2024, rooftop solar was the single largest source of generation in the NEM, even beating coal. But the rise of rooftop solar is causing several issues. The majority of this generation cannot be controlled or curtailed, and therefore continues to generate and export to the grid even when demand is low and prices turn negative. This led to the introduction of the Minimum System Demand in 2024, which grants AEMO the ability to take actions to secure the system in such conditions. It also means more and more electricity is being exported to the grid through distribution lines that were not designed for this purpose. The electricity sector is taking steps to resolve these issues by shifting household consumption to periods of higher electricity supply, and storing that excess supply for use during periods of high demand, which would improve reliability and lower energy costs. One major development is battery energy storage, which can charge to relieve solar oversupply and discharge when energy is most needed. Households are increasingly encouraged to pair their solar energy with home batteries through rebates and favourable electricity tariffs. Distribution network operators are also rolling out community batteries to improve the resilience of the distribution network. All of these developments require policies and regulations to support them and bring certainty. In our next episode, we'll talk about state and federal policymaking and how these affect the NEM. I'll see you there.